What's going on, you guys? This is Didodi. Welcome to Didodi Speak. I'm your host. Today, I'm going to be talking about Terrifier. Now, I just talked about All Hallows Eve on the last video. And I got to say, man, the Terrifier movie, once they got the name down and they decided they were going to stick with that and go forward with that, uh, this movie is all kinds of wrong, bro. Okay. I watched these movies years ago. I didn't necessarily remember how they played out, but I remembered some things. I remember the clown. And I remember some of the kills. And these kills are over the top. This is when it starts to get pretty gnarly. It was gnarly in All Hallows Eve, don't get me wrong. But this is when it starts to get kind of special. When Art kind of carves out a name for himself, because he is quite an artist. And that's the thing about these movies. Like, there's something about it. There's something there. So, in this one, we have a couple other girls. Once again, it's directed and written by Damien Leone, that demented piece of work. And we got Art returning. This time is David Howard Thornton playing Art the Clown. Okay? I think I said it was Michael Gianelli in the last one. So we have our two protagonist main girls, Tara and Dawn. Two pretty girls, man. Two cute girls, you know what I'm saying? It was fun to look at. You know what I'm saying? Now, returning from All Hallows Eve is Sarah, the babysitter, played by Katie McGuire. She is not Sarah in this movie, though. She's a interviewer named Monica Brown. So her role is different, but they brought her back. This is 3 years after All Hallows Eve. And I can't really say, see, if you follow it as a series, then basically All Hallows Eve was videos of Art, right? So you had the videos started with that, and he tried to get out of the TV at the end of the movie, and he does. And so he comes to the real world, and then if you look at it like that, well, then Terrifier is just now him in the real world. So now he's walking around the real world killing people. He's this, serial. Can I even say that? I mean, can we even be real? Like, can I say real words? He takes lives. Okay. So, basically, Art's running around terrifying people. He sees these two girls and he starts following them around on Halloween night. Now, it gets creepy really quickly, you know. He likes to stare at you and just hang out and just be around. And one of the girls takes note. That's Tara. Her friend Dawn, she kind of just brushes it off as some creep, with nothing to do. And when they get in the car and leave from where they are to go somewhere else, when they get to where they're going, the clown shows up there too. So it becomes kind of a thing. And before long at all, it becomes very dangerous for both of the girls. It becomes a problem. Now they're on the run looking for help, trying to figure out what to do. Not necessarily together, unfortunately. But there's a twist in this movie because when you see how it plays out, it's almost on a psycho, Alfred Hitchcock psycho type setup where you kind of thrown for a loop. You're like, oh wow, I didn't see that coming. And I've seen this movie before. It's just been years, so I didn't remember exactly how things played out for our protagonists. And I wasn't left too enthused about it. But I did reach out to Jenna Cannell on Twitter to let her know that we do recognize her for starting this whole thing off. Her and Catherine Corcoran. And man, these girls are some freaking champs for just doing this movie. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty brutal. The kills are over the top. It's very gnarly, like I said. Art goes the distance, man. He goes the extra mile. He really gets it in, and he lets you know, like, he's not there to be anything that's like fuzzy and cuddly. Like, we almost kind of love Freddy these days, and Jason, we kind of warming up to them. But this dude, once you warming up to him. The movie, as a overall movie, kind of throws you off. And like the first one, it is once again unsettling. It is very like you just want things to go a different way. But characters do make dumb decisions sometimes, and you have to take that into account and like, oh well, this is why it's a horror movie. And I don't know, I kind of have to let things like that slide, but it can hurt a story. But I thought that for it to just be this guy walking around doing this thing that night, um, it worked out. It was okay. It was pretty good. I like Terrifier as a movie better than I liked All Hallows Eve, but they're about the same level of production. That's all I'll say about that. But the acting is better in with the two girls. I like the two girls. I like they seem like friends, like in real life, and it seemed like they got along really well. I just liked their performances. I liked watching them. They were fun to watch. They were easy to look at, and so it was just cool. So yeah, Terrifier was a cool one. I would say it's better than All Hallows Eve. It's definitely worth a watch if you watch the first one and you want to see this one. And then at the end of this one, I'm noticing that with these movies, there's a supernatural element involved, and it comes into play at certain times of the stories. So at the end of this movie, uh, someone does basically kill Art, but he's resurrected. Okay, so we witness the resurrection in the movie. So once that happens, then he becomes something else. So now he's come out of the TV, and then he's walking around the real world, gets killed, and then gets resurrected. And it seems like he's stronger. That is very scary. Make this guy stronger? Why? Why are these guys the guys that always get all the powers and shit? But anyway, I'm gonna just leave it there. Terrifier was a good one. Like, as far as the series is going so far, it's picking up. So it was better than the last one. Definitely worth watching. And if you've seen it, let me know what you think. I do appreciate you guys watching. Remember to subscribe if you haven't done that already. Like the video if you like the video, and share it where you share videos. Let your friends know I'm out here so you can help me get that 500 subscribers, and we get this thing rocking. But I hope you enjoy it, and I'll talk to you on the next one. You guys take it easy.